don't place a trade this week until you see this wave setup. Welcome to our weekly market forecast, guys. All right, so if you're about to trade this week, stop and listen to this video properly, okay? Because there is one wave setup that I'm about to show you before you do anything that could save you from major losses and position you for a high probability wave. Remember last week we were here and I'm telling you guys that the market is going to drop before it keep pushing high, and exactly that's what happened. So what can we see from the market analysis here? We've seen that this is an impulse and this is a confirmation of a corrective move called a running flat, and the market has given us impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. Okay, so what are we expecting from here now? We are expecting the market to complete this wave and keep pushing high. All right, so the probability that we are going to buy is higher than selling at this point. So in this coming week, guys, we'll be positioning ourselves for a buy only on BSY. Okay, a buy only. There might be one more drop that will break this low, but from here, expect the market to keep pushing high as we have forecasted the last 2 weeks. You can go and watch the last video and see this exact forecast right there in the last video, guys. Okay, so that is what we have on the DXY. So take a look on gold. Beautiful. Now remember last week, you can go and watch the video. We are here exactly, and I told you guys something that's amazing, and I want to illustrate that because this is the wave pattern that you need to watch out for. You see, too many traders jump into the market without a clear setup. They chase candles, follow highs and react emotionally. But one thing professional traders always wait for is structure. Structure is the king, guys. And with wave analysis, structure tells us everything where we are in the cycle and what is likely to happen next. Now, as I said last week, we were here and I said, now you can watch the video, that anytime you see market makes an impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, this is a confirmation that the corrective phase has ended, because to us, this is a structure. This is a complete structure on its own. And once a complete structure forms, what are we expecting? We're expecting the next structure to happen. Now, what can you see, guys? We have seen this impulse. We have seen what? A correction. And what do we expect after this? The next impulse is coming. And this also will give us what? One structure on its own. So every market forms a structure before it changes direction. All right? We have seen an impulse here, a correction here, an impulse here. This is a structure. We have seen an impulse here, a correction here, an impulse here. This is a structure. An impulse, a correction, an impulse is a structure. So a structure is made up of waves, okay? And there are minimum 3 waves to 5 waves that makes up a structure. And that is what we trade as a wave analyst. So what are we expecting here? We have seen this impulse here, so we're expecting complete structure here. Now we have just had this 3 wave here. Now the bigger question is that, is this correction only the correction for this wave? Well, it's too early to ascertain at this point, but what we are watching out for, let's see whether this market is going to drop again before it keep pushing out, which is also very healthy. So you can give us this 3 variation, 3 wave here before it pushes high, or actually it can still continue pushing high from here. It depends on what the market, but by the time the market opens on Monday, we know exactly what the market will be doing. But our bias for gold this week, guys, is what? A buy, and which is imminent, and we'll see how this plays out by the end of this week. So on the BTC, guy, remember what I said last week, that structure is the king. Structure is the king. If you are following us here, you know exactly what we are expecting. Since last week, we're here and I was expecting a sell right from here. Now the market got, so we traded this. So when this one was dropping here, where we saw the way it was dropping, and we figured it out. Okay, we have had what? An impulse here, and we might see a correction before the market comes up here, all because the market could not touch this our target here. So it was like, okay, since the market has not touched this target, because it's a confirmation that the market is going to touch this trend before it keep dropping. So we are still not in the big sell until day before yesterday, the market now actually touched this before this sell was triggered. So we are now on the sell, which we are holding. I'm going to hold this sell. I'm not going to close it. Okay, we're still on this sell, and we're expecting the market to touch this, point at least, guys. We're expecting the market to touch this. You can see where we entered. You can see this is a 1:5 trade, risk to reward. So we are still holding this sell, and we'll be adding to this sell, guys. We'll be adding to this sell, and this is how we'll be adding to the sell. We'll be adding to the sell as the market gives us, it drops more and give us a 3-wave. You add to it, it drops more and give us a 3-wave. You add to it. We're expecting this to keep pushing down until it tag this low at least, guys. So BTC is bearish, and we're happy that we caught the sell at this point, and we are still holding it at the moment. I will update you by next week as the market gives us more data. All right, so that's just what we have of the BTC. Now let's take a look on the Euro USD. Euro USD, guys, is actually playing out as we expected last week. Remember, most traders, they jump into the trade because they have no clue of what the market is doing. Remember last week when we saw that the DXY will have more room to drop, and we're here, I said because of that there might be a spike before the market will keep. But at this point in time, since we're expecting DXY to spike, appreciate in value, definitely Euro USD is going to drop, and this to us is a sell. All right, so all we'll be looking for Euro USD is to sell to this point, guys. And if you want to take that sell, I think it's okay for us. So this is what we'll be expecting. I think we need to give out another coordinate to them. So we'll be expecting this to play out this way, whereby we have let me bring out the coordinates. So put it here. Sell limit 1.17898. Stop loss should be at this point. Okay, just to be conservative, 1.18322. Then the first take profit, let's just measure it. The first take profit should be, which is already 1:4. Your first take profit should be at 1.16126. TP 1.16126. So this is what we can see, guys, on Euro USD, and believe you me, the probability of this playing out is high, okay, based on what we have seen in the past. So don't forget to have this in your mind, okay. There are many ways you can enter this trade. Either you enter using this coordinates, which is very good, or you just wait until the market breaks this. If the market decides to break here and closes solidly below this, you can just enter and put your stop loss here, which is also good. So we'll be taking this trade, and also we'll be adding to position on this trade as the market gives us more data. So that is on Euro USD. So let's also take a look on the dollar yen. Now remember what we said last week, guys. Last week on dollar yen, we're here, and I said that this market is going to drop. We're here, and I said, okay, expect the market to drop here before it keep pushing high, and exactly that's happened. So the market has dropped here, but now what are we expecting? We are still very much bearish, but now we'll be expecting the market to keep pushing high to this point. Okay, so I expect the market to push high here before, at least to this point, or even though you can come here. So it's either it start reversing from here, or the market start reversing from here. So it depends on what happens. So either here or here, we are good. So but we are watching out for these two points to see the data the market will give us at that point. All right, so this is the power of wave analysis, ability for you to see ahead of time before it matters. If you can master this one pattern, corrective wave followed by impulse, you avoid most fake outs and increase your win rate dramatically. And I always say that don't trade when you are excited. Trade when the structure is ready. Trade when the structure is ready. Don't trade when you're excited. Trade when the structure is ready. If you believe that, kindly put that on the comment section. I always trade when the structure is ready, not when I am excited. All right, so based on popular request, we're gonna add one more pair this week. Okay, so let's take a look on pound USD. So on the pound USD guy, what can you see? Now look at the way the market is going. So we are seeing impulse correction here. So we're expecting one more spike here and the market drops again. So this is what we are seeing on the pound USD. All right, so expect something like this to play out. At the end, you have become impulse correction, impulse on a bigger scale. So actually the market can drop to this point, before it gives us more data. All right, guys, so if you like this kind of content, if you like to trade this way, kindly reach out to us. But don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't forget to wait for the market structure to be ready before taking the next trade. Thank you guys for your time. See you in the next video.